Hello everybody, my name is Zero G Thrills, formerly known as Fahrenheit Fanatic, and today I'm going to be uncovering my official takes on the Hershey Park roller coasters, and this guy by the name of, I believe, Jared Nightmare made this tier list. So if you're watching this, it's a pretty cool tier list. One thing that you did leave out is Coal Cracker, which is that does kind of count as a roller coaster, but I'll get to Coal Cracker at the end. So without further ado, this is my official opinions on all the roller coasters and where I'll be putting them. S is clearly the best. F is the worst one. Um, and these are my personal opinions. If you come attack me, please don't, because, it's my opinion. And I have a feeling some of these are going to be controversial. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So first up, we have Candemonium, which is the B&M Hyper of Hershey Park. I think Candemonium is overhated by most people. Candemonium was a great addition to this park. It was the biggest thing since Sky Rush. That was Sky Rush was the big thing, and then they moved on. A couple years later, they added Candemonium. Candemonium, it's a simple coaster, simple layout. It's the tallest, fastest, longest roller coaster in the park so far. And honestly, it doesn't fail to please me. So I'm going to get Candemonium in A tier only because if you sit towards the back, you get really good airtime, and I like that a lot. So, yeah, Candemonium is going to go to A. So Wildcat's Revenge is the recent coaster that we've gotten and opened in 2023. It is a RMC hybrid coaster formerly known as Wildcat, which is actually the very first GCI coaster. Wildcat's Revenge, I went opening day. I didn't go to the preview. I unfortunately didn't have a king size pass. So hopefully that changes this year, but we'll see. Wildcat's Revenge, it's definitely a top 3. It doesn't fail to please me. The airtime crazy, just the elements, it's an explosion. So I really like Wildcat's Revenge, and I'm looking forward to a lot of rides with it this year. Wildcat's Revenge is definitely a top 3, so it is going in S. Storm Runner. So Storm Runner is the only Intamin launch coaster in Hershey Park. It is a very short ride, which is the only complaint I really have about it. Other than that, the build up to the launch, the flying snake dive, the cobra roll, all of that is really good. I like that a lot. That's what I like about Storm Runner. And the lines can vary. It could be super fast if they're using both 2 trains, and if they have a fast dispatch, sometimes Storm Runner really lacks on that, but it really depends on the day. So Storm Runner, again, is definitely a top 3 coaster for me. So Storm Runner goes on S tier. Yeah, S tier. I had to rethink that. Super Duper Looper was my very first coaster with a loop. I used to be super terrified of roller coasters up until, I'd say, last year is when I started riding Sky Rush, Candemonium, and all that. Super Duper Looper, I mean, it's more a family roller coaster. I don't really know what to say about that. So, I don't know. Super Duper Looper's okay. The loop's pretty fun to me. Short and simple. I like the helix at the end. That's pretty cool. So, I'll give Super Duper Looper, I'll give it D. E, I'm not using E for this, by the way. I should have clarified earlier. So, I'm using S, A, B, C, D, and F. So, okay. Comment. Now, I'm just going to point this out. I am not a fan of wooden roller coasters. I prefer steel coasters and anything else that isn't wooden. So Comet is, I believe, the oldest roller coaster still standing at Hershey Park. It's a classic. Everybody knows it. And it's more of a family coaster. It's like a beginner's roller coaster. So I don't like wooden roller coasters only because they give me headaches and just it's too much for me. Which, you can call me a wuss, but I don't get those on steel coasters. I can ride Sky Rush 24/7 and it wouldn't do anything to me. But Comet, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Comet. Comet's a classic. It's a good roller coaster. I'm not a fan of wooden roller coasters, but Comet I've ridden a couple times, so I'll just give Comet a C tier. Great Bear. Great Bear, man. That was my favorite roller coaster up until, well, we'll get to that. Great Bear, it's the only B&M invert. Actually, I believe the very first B&M built at Hershey Park. It's just a normal B&M invert, with the exception of the helix in the beginning, which is I love helixes, bro. I don't know how much I have to say, and of course 0G, but other than that, Great Bear, it's a good ride. I like riding in the front. I get more airtime in the front. I really don't like the back. It's different. So Great Bear, it's a top 5, so I'll give A. Lightning Racer. Lightning Racer is worse than Comet. I think Lightning Racer, it has a lot more like elements to it, and it is shakier, and my headaches are bad. So I don't know. This is gonna be super controversial here. Lightning Racer. I try to avoid it, but if it's a deadline, which it mostly is, I'll definitely ride it. And it's rigged because Thunder always wins. There's that rare chance that Lightning does, but it's like 99% of the time Thunder. So they should fix that. I don't know if they can, but Lightning Racer gets D. Wild Mouse. Wild Mouse, I don't like Wild Mouse. The lines are long, but they go by really quick because the trains don't stop moving. Wild Mouse is just simple. It's a simple Wild Mouse roller coaster. A lot of twists and turns. There's like a couple airtime hills, which I don't get any airtime from. So, Wild Mouse. F. Come on. F. Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. It was my favorite roller coaster, hence the name Fahrenheit Fanatic, but that changed. So Fahrenheit's a top 5 for me. Fahrenheit, always ride in the back. You get more airtime on the 98 degree drop. Or no, it's 97, sorry. Jeez. I think it's 97. I don't know. Yeah, 97 degrees of falling fast. Anyways, Fahrenheit, yep. It's a good coaster. Lines are super long. But that also depends on how many trains they're using and the dispatch team. That always varies. I recommend getting Fast Track. I know it's expensive, but if you are a sucker for Fahrenheit, get Fast Track so you can just get on the ride immediately. So Fahrenheit gets an A because I love Fahrenheit. Jolly Rancher Remix. So I'm just going to say this right now. If it was still Sidewinder, I'm definitely putting it lower. Jolly Rancher Remix, it's a Vekoma Boomerang except with a tunnel and music. The tunnel, like the smoke that comes out. Look, I don't vape, but it smells like vape. Like if you've ever been around any vapors, or like you vape yourself, which I don't condone, but if you do, then you'll know. But Jolly Rancher Remix, it exists, so I'm putting it at D because Sky Rush is my favorite roller coaster. Everything about it is just amazing. Going up, it takes you 10 seconds to go up. You get immediate drop. The drop is amazing. The first airtime hill just knocks you out. The only thing I really had to complain about it is just the thigh crush, but that's if you staple yourself. I've learned that if you don't staple yourself, you do get a better experience and you don't get thigh crush. So, and they're hinting towards something about Sky Rush. There was a picture of a box with the Intamin logo in front of a Hershey Park. Everyone's saying it's new restraints. It could be something different, but it's probably most likely going to be restraints. But maybe I'll uncover that in a different video. But for now, Sky Rush, top 3. My number 1. Actually, I'll put it in order here. Can I put it in order? Yep, that's it. That's my top 3 in order. All right, Laugh Track. The lines are super long. Just to start that off, you go in, it's like a fun house, but the ride itself, it's not bad. It's like, if it's like super hot outside, you want to cool down, definitely hit up Laugh Track. It's a very sweet coaster, and I like that a lot. So Laugh Track. This is where it gets controversial. It's going above Lightning Racer, which my friend freaked out about. but it's okay. It's my opinion. Trailblazer, last but not least, or I guess not because of Coalcracker, but anyways, Trailblazer, I'm giving F because it's really nothing interesting about Trailblazer. It's a mine train family coaster. The only cool thing I see in it is the helix at the end, but what else is there cool about it? Lines are super short though, so if you are just catching a break from all the intense rides, I would hit up Trailblazer just to cool down. Lines are typically not that long. It really depends. It has its dead days, it has its busy days, but the lines also do move pretty fast depending on like the dispatch team and the trains. So F. And Coalcracker gets F, which I shouldn't have to explain that. So, okay. This is the official list here. I didn't put any at B because Hershey Park does have a great lineup. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to it. So, yep, this is my first video of the year. I'm going to hopefully upload a opening day vlog, hoping, because I promised that in the past and I haven't fell through it. I'm going to be doing challenges. I'm going to be trying to get to 100 Skyrush rides this season. I got to 19, but I only started riding Skyrush only last year. So, look, you could call me whatever you want, but I still like it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.